Chapter 156. Boom! The Sea King's fierce attack sent Xiaoling flying, slamming her into a wall. A deafening crash echoed. Xiaoling was stuck in the dent, her body smoking, emitting a faint yellow glow of life. It was indeed a terrifyingly powerful blow, completely extinguishing Xiaoling's purple fire shield. Fortunately, Xiaoling, though bruised all over, was fine. With no fatal injuries, she was still conscious, her eyes wide open and determined, her hands still in a defensive stance in front of her chest. The Divine Elephant, seeing Xiaoling in such a pitiful state, was genuinely worried, and hurriedly asked, "Human, are you okay?" But she didn't answer, just gritted her teeth and cursed the fake black elephant. Damn it, why won't this guy die? Clearly having chosen a heaven-shaking slash from Xiaoling, a purple flame slash at close range, yet it seemed almost unscathed, and could immediately counterattack. Indeed, she had underestimated the enemy, and had to pay a high price for this mistake. Understanding Xiaoling's frustrated thoughts, the Divine Elephant comforted, "It's not an ordinary sea beast. It is one of the 7 kings of the sea, the spearhead in this invasion of the land." At this point, the Divine Elephant's eyes also became deep. Each king of the sea is a terrifying choice, with its own territory and army. But this time it was lucky, because there was only one Sea King here. This Sea King was calm again, seemingly reassessing the situation, truly a calm and capable enemy on the battlefield, not rushing to victory, but calmly assessing the enemy's damage and finding the next strategy. It seems that Xiaoling's group will have to try harder to compete with this King of the Sea. The Sea King roared, continuing to execute a long-range AoE attack. Hundreds of huge spikes were shot out forcefully like lightning, whoosh whoosh. The sound of sharp spikes tearing through the wind rushed forward, aiming straight at the position where the Divine Elephant and Xiaoling were standing. The Divine Elephant immediately retaliated. This time he was more careful, not recklessly using his body to block the spikes. Instead, he used his powerful trunk to spin around, like a fan, continuously knocking away the sharp spikes, not letting a single one get through. But that's not all. While defending against the spikes, the Divine Elephant also advanced, and when the distance was close enough, he launched an attack Skyfall. It was a stomp with his front 2 legs. The power was earth-shattering. Space instantly broke. The air molecules within the range of the attack were torn apart. Space was directly torn apart. A very terrifying attack, thunder accompanied by deafening sounds. Ordinary people would definitely go deaf instantly. Whoosh whoosh. Boom! The attack hit the target, right at the back of that mutant Sea King. The mutant Sea King could only open his mouth in pain, because the spikes hadn't finished shooting yet and he was counterattacked. It was really too unexpected. A wave hundreds of meters high spurted up, space gradually reconnected. The shock wave continued to spread tens of kilometers around. Xiaoling saw this scene and broke out in a cold sweat. She really couldn't believe her eyes. Except for her master, this was the first time she saw someone else capable of tearing space apart. In front of the Divine Elephant, a deep hole with no bottom in sight was continuously sucking the surrounding water in. Is this what's left of that mutant Sea King? It seems that a fatal blow has destroyed the Sea King. Is it really so? Space suddenly became completely quiet. Only the sound of water flowing into the black hole was left. Xiaoling approached, but she was still keeping herself in the air. She asked the Divine Elephant, "Is it resolved?" The Divine Elephant turned around and calmly said, "No matter how thick its flesh is, it can't withstand a blow like this." Roar! As soon as he finished speaking, a black shadow shot out from the side, 2 legs raised high. Yes, it was the 2 huge legs of that fake black elephant, aiming straight at the Divine Elephant. The black elephant's mouth was still shouting Skyfall. What the? The Divine Elephant hadn't had time to react. Sweat was pouring out like rain. Almost like this. How can this damn fake elephant still be alive? And how can he dodge this blow? But before he had time to think, the front legs of the fake elephant had fallen on the back of the Divine Elephant. It was indeed a sky fall. Space was once again torn apart. The power was even stronger than the original owner. A huge wave column rose again. The black elephant with a more robust body and more abundant spiritual power than the Divine Elephant, basically in terms of the refinement of the ultimate skill may not be as good as the original owner, but the strength will definitely be a bit higher. So, the divine elephant took this blow, indeed suffered a fatal injury, lay still. His breath was only gasping, and his eyes had turned white. It seemed that he was about to die. Xiaoling was still in the air. She really wanted to run, but she was angry. She praised him. "You're good," the Sea King this time politely replied. A cold and ruthless voice echoed, as if from the deadly hell. "The continent belongs to the sea. Everything belongs to the sea. Anyone who resists must die." Not considering the content of this sentence, just hearing the sound alone made Xiaoling feel unusually worried. Her face immediately darkened. This damn thing not only knows how to speak, but also speaks so rudely. Indeed, it has its reasons. As soon as he finished speaking, the front legs of the black elephant were raised high, preparing to fall down again. His vicious mouth opened and roared like a madman. This time the target was Xiaoling. A sky fall hit like this would definitely kill Xiaoling. But why didn't Xiaoling run away? She was still standing there, probably not blinking. Of course not because of fear that she stood still. Boom! A earth-shattering shock echoed. The water surface was surging again. The black elephant felt something was wrong. Clearly he was aiming at the small human. At most just heard the sound BP a bit. But this echoed a deafening sound like metal. What happened? The smoke and dust dissipated. The roots of the divine tree were powerfully swirling against the two legs of the black elephant. The roots were continuously swirling like giant snakes, the whole body wrapped in a faint yellow glow. Xiaoling immediately recognized this warm power, but she was not too surprised, because clearly she knew the intervention of the divine tree to be so confident. The divine tree faced the black elephant. A shrimp, why did the divine tree have to go so far? But the black elephant did not know how strong this owner was. Immediately the blood madness rose, rushed straight into the divine tree to fight. The divine tree calmly evaluated the value of this monster, indeed a sea king among the 7 kings of the sea. No wonder it looks so ugly. Hearing this made the black elephant even angrier. He stomped his feet in fury, then took a run up and soared into the air, intending to jump in and devour this delicious tree. Once again, Skyfall was deployed. This move was basically very effective, so it would be used a lot by the fake elephant. Probably in the Sea King's mind, a move like this hitting the divine tree would make the divine tree seriously injured if not crippled. Xiaoling immediately shouted a warning, "Master, be careful. His move can break space." Hearing this, the divine tree immediately became more cautious. Breaking space is the ability to decompose molecules. It is truly a terrifying power. The divine tree immediately pulled up its super hard roots to block. Indeed, space was twisted to the extreme and torn apart. The deafening sound of collision echoed. The shock wave from this move caused Xiaoling and the land under her feet to be thrown far away. She screamed because she couldn't control the situation. But a pure white trunk had caught her in midair. It was the divine elephant. He had used his last breath to keep Xiaoling. She was quite surprised, thought this guy was already dying. Didn't expect him to be the hero saving the beauty. After saving the beauty, he lay down on the water, completely exhausted. In his head only left the unwilling thoughts. Didn't expect that fake elephant to use his ultimate skill to increase his power many times, while he hit the target but did not cause any significant damage. Is it because of the Sea King's ability to absorb damage? Brother, close your eyes and rest. Leave the rest to the divine tree. Over here, the divine tree is still fighting with the mutant Sea King. A few seconds passed. The divine tree was still carefully waiting for the opponent to continue to complete his attack combo. But damn, just this one move. Then the two sides looked at each other. The divine tree got angry. Just like this? The Sea King immediately felt insulted. It was so embarrassing that it turned into anger, continuously attacking with Skyfall. Skyfall the first time, the second time, the third time, the 100th time. The huge legs carrying terrifying spiritual power and physical strength continuously hit the divine tree. Boom, boom, boom. The sound of space around continuously being torn. Everything nearby was torn apart. Could it be that this guy sees the divine tree as a trampoline? Whoosh! The sound of tearing wind echoed. A root as fast as lightning had rushed up from below. The playtime of the guest is over. A mouthful of blood spurted out, because the root like a hot drill pierced straight into the body of the black elephant, pain piercing the blue sky. The eyes of the black elephant showed surprise and despair. Isn't this skin layer a very solid defense layer that has never been pierced before? So today there is someone who can pierce it. Is this me dreaming? The divine tree once again calmly said, Are there any other tricks or just this stolen one? But having said that, the divine tree had tightly bound this thief with its 9 roots. The roots were crazily tightening, bioelectric sparks were flickering along the roots. The sound of grinding teeth echoed throughout the body of the black elephant. The pain was getting more and more unbearable. His mouth could no longer close, simply because it was too painful. 4 roots lifted this big-bodied thief into the air. What was the divine tree going to do? Execute him. Divine thunder kill, the divine tree shouted decisively. A fierce thunderbolt from the sky struck straight into this monster. Without rest, without delay, no one could hear the Sea King's scream, because the earth-shattering thunder had drowned out everything, turning everything into ashes. End of chapter 156.